I feel bad to interrupt because it was hilarious. Enzo was great. But Bully, there's somebody on the hotline that is like really, really persistent and wants to talk to you, wants to jump on right now. If you could just go to the hotline super quick.
All right, go to the hotline. Who is this? Like a surprise? Is this hello? Who's on the hotline? Is this LaGreca? Who is this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Who? Yes?
Yeah, it's Jerry Lawler.
Hey, King, what's happening?
I don't know. Tell me what's happening. I made one little response or a retweet of something that you tweeted about ECW, and I just put on there what I started, and really what made you guys famous is when I just put ECW equals extremely crappy wrestling, which is, if you remember, that's what started that whole big scenario when you guys when the ECW invaded the WWE, and I started calling it extremely crappy wrestling. Nobody had even heard of ECW until I did that.
Wait a minute, I'm a little confused. Are you talking about like a tweet from yesterday, King? Like I tweeted something about an upcoming match in the ECW arena, and I saw you retweeted extremely crappy wrestling, ha ha ha. And is there a problem?
No, I mean, the problem has been the response since then. Apparently it made what's left of the old ECW fans upset, and of course, there's a match that I actually agreed to the booking before I realized who I was even going to wrestle. That happens a lot with me. I'll take a booking from my agents, either Tony Hunter or Michael Lombardi or somebody like that, and they'll just call me up and say, "Hey, we got a show in this case December 18th in Philadelphia." And I said, "Look," and say, "Okay, yeah, I'm open that date." And then a little bit later, I find out that it's at the old extremely crappy wrestling arena. I don't know. I'm a little upset about it.
So, okay, you said that you take these bookings and you don't know who you're wrestling. You're wrestling me.
Yeah.
Is there a
that's what I
problem?
Just found out.
Okay, so what's the problem?
Well, there's no problem with who I'm wrestling, I guess. It's like I said, a lot of times I get to the arenas and don't have no idea who I'm wrestling. And I just found out yesterday that I'm wrestling you December 18th, and so I just thought I'd call up and see what the problem. I think the problem is with you. I think you're the one that had the problem. Especially, I don't know if I guess you already knew that you were wrestling me when I put up the extremely crappy wrestling tweet. But I'm just being honest. That's what I thought about it back in the day, and that's what I still think about it.
Tommy, is this a rib?
No, I'm not involved in any of this, but I would like to, if you would allow me to.
Wait a minute, hang on, Tommy Dreamer. You're saying you're not involved in any of this?
No, I'm not. And real quick, you're a Hall of Famer for a reason. You're one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And my biggest gripe with you from back then and even to now is you're a hypocrite, because everything that I did. Or stuff that we did, you did in Mid-South, and that you called us extreme crappy wrestling. And you were there, and you're right. When we invaded the Manhattan Center back in the day, that started the whole Raw anything can happen era. I have let all of that go, but the catalyst and how business boomed, and for you about repeat business because you did it so great in Memphis. My biggest beef with you, besides you caning me in my testicles and sending me to the hospital in that very building, was, and never even apologizing, was that you're a hypocrite, because everything that barbed wire, all the stuff that I did and put my body on the line for, you did too. And you're lucky that I'm booked elsewhere, because I would come down there just like I came to Memphis, just like I came everywhere else to work with you. And, you and Bill Dundee have some real life heat. You and I have some real life heat. So you and Bubba go finish your stuff, do whatever you do. I'm not being part of this interview because I'm not going to be, I'm out. So when we go to
King,
commercial break,
you were just
that's
on.
You're
King,
out. You're the guy that just said I've let this all go, and then you bring up every single detail from everything that's happened since then. But so now you want to say your piece and call me a hypocrite and say you're out. Well, let me just let me just say one thing.
This is
real quick
ridiculous.
What is ridiculous about it?
What's ridiculous, King? You were just on our show like 2 weeks ago as a guest. Okay, we spent a half an hour with you. It was a great interview. Everybody loved it. All of a sudden you call in. You're like, I'm wrestling in the ECW arena. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about who I'm wrestling. You're wrestling me. You're like, pardon me for being disrespectful to you as a Hall of Famer, but so am I, and you're kind of spitting in my face on my show.
No, I'm not. I haven't even talked to you yet, Bubba. That's Tommy Dreamer that's doing all this face spitting.
No, I understand, but you're saying that you're not happy about who you have to wrestle. So, okay, so what did you call in and actually want to say to me, King?
Well, you know what? I didn't really call in to say anything to you. I just called in to say what I said. I'm not really happy about it. I don't know what more to say. I'm just a little bit upset about it. I think that you and Tommy Dreamer obviously still have underlying heat. It didn't show up too much on the interview that we did a few weeks ago, except I just got the feeling that since then that you didn't say all you wanted to say during that interview.
King, I was extremely respectful towards you, have always been respectful towards you. I don't wrestle a lot anymore because I'm very happy with being on Busted Open. When they told me I had the opportunity to get in the ring with you, I said, absolutely. It was a big deal for me to be in the ring with you. And then you go on social media, you call it extremely crappy wrestling. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, you've been saying that since 97. I didn't chime in because I thought you were just having some fun with it. But now you call in and say there's a problem. Okay, if you don't want to wrestle in the ECW arena, then back out of the booking. If you don't want to wrestle me, then back out of the booking. What do you want me to tell you?
Oh, no, I don't mind wrestling you at all. Not at all. I'm not.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry, listen.
I'm not happy going back into that shithole.
Okay, then don't go to the shithole. Then don't go to the shithole. Then back out.
Well, we can do that. I mean, well, I don't want it to be known that I backed out. I'm not going to back out of anything, but I'm just saying I'm not happy about it.
You know, I think wrestling fans over the years know your take on ECW and how you felt about it. I honestly thought that was long gone, but you still have a problem. And if you have a problem with ECW or the ECW arena, like you would defend Memphis and your territory until the day you die, just like I will defend ECW and my territory until the day I die. So if you show up, great, I'm going to defend my territory because now I have no choice but to take this a little personally. It's not like you texted me or got in touch with me on the side. No, you call into the show to tell me that you're unhappy about wrestling in the ECW arena. That's not my problem, Jerry. But you're obviously going to have a little bit of a problem on your hands.
Okay. That's funny. Well, you're gonna have Tommy Dreamer there with you, the guy who said he's out, and then he brings up every bit of everything that ever happened between he and I. I mean, is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna have Tommy Dreamer in your corner?
No, I'm not. Actually, Tommy walked away from the microphone. He's not even on the show right now. That's how disgusted he is. He actually left the show. Tommy Dreamer gets paid to be on this show. He walked away from the microphone because he's disgusted with the fact that you're such a hypocrite about all this shit.
Yeah, see, he's calling me a hypocrite. But then he admits that everything that you guys did during ECW, you guys saw and copied from what we did in the 70s and 80s, and you guys did it in 97 or so, but you never gave Memphis any credit. All of a sudden, all over the world, extremely crappy wrestling was known, or ECW was known as the innovators of violence. You guys, and he admitted just a few minutes ago, We down in Memphis did it before you guys, but you were the hypocrites at the time. You never admitted that. You guys called yourself the innovators, and you weren't. You were hypocrites. You were copying what we did 10 years beforehand.
And you're still upset that nobody has put you over in public for this?
No. Trust me, a lot of people have put me over, but you guys haven't.
I'll tell you somebody who's not going to put you over. Yeah, read in between the lines of that one.
Well, trust me. Read in between the lines of this. I won't have to be put over. I'll go over.
King.
What?
Listen, I'm not very much at a loss for words. I am shocked by this whole conversation. It sounds like something that probably should have happened amongst men on the side, but you decided to do it this way.
When can I ever talk to you other than on your radio show?
King,
do I have your
reach
home
out?
number? No.
No, you could just reach out and got my cell phone number. You could have called one of the boys to get my number if you really had a problem with the booking or the arena or the fact that you were wrestling me. I've been tweeting about the match because I was excited about the match. I got to be in the ring with Jerry the King Lawler. Now I'm excited about the match because honestly, I feel like you've taken a little bit of a shot, and now I feel like I need to take a shot back.
Well, good for you. That's fine.
Okay, King. Okay, because there's going to be a moment in that match when I'm going to remind you of this phone call today.
You won't have to remind me. I'll remember it.
Okay, you keep laughing about it, but there's going to come a point in that match where I'm going to remind you about this phone call. And I'm not going to remind you with my mouth.
Well, let me just say, I've heard these words for 51 years now from thousands of different mouths, and this is no different. The King, Jerry Lawler, is still here after all of those threats, all of those wrestlers, all of those years. I'm still here.
Yeah, the problem is you were working with all those fucking guys, King. You were working with them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Is there anything else you want to say? I do not want to be disrespectful to a legend in the wrestling business and a fellow Hall of Famer, so I'm not going to hang up on you. But is there anything else you'd like to say before we cut the call?
I'll see you December 18th, right? Is that the date?
Yeah, December 18th, King, yeah.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Yep, thanks for calling in. Bye. Hang up on him.
Yeah.
We're done. I'm gonna let's Gabby throw the break, and we'll be back here on Busted Open.